Hi guys, hope you are well and welcome to this week's Crypto Chiefs YouTube video where we're going to take a look at the outlook for crypto over the coming weeks for Bitcoin and crypto. Before we begin the video, please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and in the comment section below I will pin a comment with two links in. One to our free Telegram group where you can receive daily market updates, and also a link to our website where you can check out the services we provide and also all of the verified results from our premium signals group. So we're going to take a look at crypto over the next quarter, what we can expect, because we just have a few hours to go until the September close. Obviously I don't know where this year has gone, but obviously Q3 is over and Q4 is about to start. And one key thing to realise is that unless we get a big move in the last few hours of the month, then more than likely September now closes green. This has only happened twice before in the history of Bitcoin. Once was in 2015 and once in 2016. And we can see how when this has happened before, so in 2015 we saw it happen here, we can see how the next quarter was really strong, and we've got an impulsive move up over the coming years really. 2016 we saw it happen again here. This was the other time it happened, so the green September, and again look how strong the following quarter was. So after 6 months of mostly chop, the signs point to potentially a really bullish Q4. Of course, this isn't a guarantee, things are subject to change, but looking back at history, this is how it has gone previously. In 2015, we actually saw an 81% move here, and in 2016, this was a 58% move in Bitcoin. So what am I looking for in terms of price over that time? Well, for those who've been seeing my tweets over the last few weeks, and also I've mentioned this many times on previous videos as well, if we do get a move to the downside, I really can't see us going much below 20k now. And if we get a feel of this CME gap that I've mentioned before, around 20,000 would be a perfect opportunity for me. I almost think perhaps the last opportunity we do get. And this is looking at the weekly chart here for Bitcoin. We can see that also lines up really well now with a weekly test of the trend line support. This is running from March 2020, so like a 3.5 year trend line. If we get a move like this over this quarter, something like that, this would be, would line up really well for a nice opportunity there before a push higher. Whether we get that or not, then if we have in mind that we are going to have a strong performance this quarter, then I still have this other CME gap that I've also mentioned before, which is around the $35,000 area. So we've tested the highs this year so far at 32,000, but there's still this CME gap here, which is the kind of next test once we get above this 32,000. So yeah, these are still my two main points of interest. 21,000 and 35,000. I think there's early signs of Ethereum perhaps gaining strength against Bitcoin, and potentially that means that will rotate into altcoins. It often does, and it's been a while since we've seen altcoins outperform Bitcoin over a sort of medium term period, and I think that could potentially happen in Q4. So if we look at the Ethereum versus Bitcoin chart, we can see in recent days, this is the daily chart here, we've had this kind of V-shaped recovery, but we've actually been, and we still are in, this downtrend since pretty much this time last year, 2022. So what I'm looking for is if we get a move back towards testing this trend line, would be the reaction here. Does it break out from this trend line? In which case the downtrend is broken, and then we can start to see more strength in Ethereum, which often then rotates into altcoins. Now, the reason for this gain in strength over the last few days is that we have the Ethereum futures ETF approval date sort of coming mid-October. Now, it's pretty much thought, a lot of people are expecting now that on the 2nd of October, so sort of Monday, Tuesday next week, these are going to be approved early. There's sort of 8 or 9, I think, that could potentially be approved. And the reason for that is it's quite likely that the US government is going to see a shutdown in October. So it's thought that they will speed up the process of the approval of these Ethereum futures, ETFs, which I believe is pretty much 2 years to the date since the Bitcoin futures ETFs were released. Now, obviously, this isn't as bullish as a spot ETF, but it is one step, in the right direction for mass adoption for crypto. So, as I said, just keep an eye, particularly early next week. If these get approved, then I think we could see, a big rally on Ethereum, strong performance in altcoins too, and that could, generally set us up for a really nice finish to the year. I hope you found this video useful, guys, and let me know in the comments what your thoughts are for the final few months of 2023, and I will see you on the next video.